Cool. I guess that's podcast.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now we just have to introduce who we are.
oh shit, we didn't do that.
uh,
Uh, anyways, I'm Dane signing off.
yeah, I'm Chris.
I guess this is good that this wasn't the first episode, because then we would have started the podcast in. So, welcome to the Prep for Nothing podcast, where we try and prep a small Dungeons and Dragons encounter in I don't know, under an hour and a half this time, maybe.
That's the goal, right?
I think
The
that's the
idea
goal
is
today, at least.
decrease prep time.
Yeah.
You and all your friends can accomplish just as much prep in just 5 to 7 hours.
Indeed, yeah. And we're even going to draw a map, probably, of some varying quality.
And I will also furiously paint some things.
Yep, furiously.
Furiously painting things.
Mm-hmm.
All the things must be painted.
We're going to be doing digital and physical painting at the same time, like magic. I don't know. So, I have a reference document from last time that we built,
Okay.
which I could probably drag into. I could probably drag that into Agio, but whatever.
But then they'll see our secret formulas. That seems inefficient.
It is literally just like a screenshot of the shit we came up with last time, so it's not spectacular.
All right. OC, do not steal.
Yep. So, what I wrote down last time was what we need to do. We need to outline. Let's see if I can do it this time without making any weird, absurd typos. Outline an encounter. So, step 1, determine party size and level. The level being the important part, really. Maybe I should change it around, right? Party level and size. That seems more important.
Well, we can just make a level 1 party, and we could just throw a whole bunch of dragons in there, because that's what they do in the official adventures, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Level 1, drop in a blue adult dragon. Or a green dragon behind a door where everyone is standing in a straight line.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll go perfectly fine.
Yeah. Did I make that rant last time? I'm gonna make that rant every time.
I think we might have. I mean, it's pretty valid rant. I'm pretty sure it came up. It probably came up later in the thing though.
What level did we do last time? Do you remember?
6.
6.
I wrote complications plural, but I guess it doesn't have to be plural. I'm gonna have to save this, and so I don't have to rewrite it every time.
Fair.
Types, sizes, third thing. What's a third thing for monster disposition? Goals. Oh, goals is a good one. Your monster should have goals. They should be there for a reason. Doing something.
They're trapped in a dungeon, and they're all arranged alphabetically from left to right.
That would be funny if you were like, you broke into a dungeon and it like set off an alarm of some kind, which just alerts the monsters that it's time to escape because the dungeon's finally been broken into. So it's literally just like you're trying to get into the dungeon while all these monsters are trying to evacuate. They're actually just trying to run past you, but you just keep killing them for some reason.
So clearly we're going with evacuation. Evacuation is the theme of today's podcast.
Theme today, evacuation. I actually, your rant about dragons earlier actually maybe kind of want to do a level 1 encounter where the party faces a bunch of dragons, because I thought that'd be hilarious. And if we can actually swing that in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, you avoid the dragon?
Yep. Well, my initial idea was actually pseudo dragons.
Okay. I think I'm on board with this.
playing with the character builder now. So pseudo dragon. What level? Oh, it's quarter CR, so doable. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean the party could fight like 5 pseudo dragons, one for each player. That'd probably be fair. I should actually like look up the stats of a pseudo dragon because I don't remember.
254. Flippity, flippity, flippity.
254. Yep. I'm so glad I put the page number down when I was doing that. That's just so nice.
Yeah, I was looking at the index. So that's the monster manual.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was just referring to the
Uh,
monster builder thing. I mean, I guess there's bookmarks also in the monster manual, so I can find them pretty fast usually. 7 hit points, so they're gonna almost get one shot.
okay.
Almost. I mean, probably 2 shots most of the time. They might even soak up like 3 spells because uh, magic resistance and sometimes spells do no damage, rolling ones and whatnot.
That's fair. Firebolt can potentially just do 1 damage per round.
Yeah,
Not
bite.
that we've seen anyone have that.
Yep.
Sorry, friends.
Firebolt. Yeah, 2 damage. Two damage. Minimum 2 damage.
Is there any rules about allowable sources? Can I look at other books?
Yeah, we can look at other books. I can just go to the search. I don't have all the. Actually, I guess I wouldn't have any dragons in here. 0 to 1. I don't even think pseudo dragon isn't a dragon, is it? Oh, it is a dragon. Dragon.
Can we cram an alehouse drake from Tome of Beasts?
That is the first thing that showed up there. It's a half CR.
Yeah, 148.
We got
148.
there's a dragon wormlings. There's brass and copper dragon wormlings that are CR1 also, and a few other ones. Lantern dragonette in the Tome of Beasts also tiny. Uh, Lantern seems like it's probably the opposite of the alehouse one. It's lawful neutral. The alehouse is chaotic neutral. I mean, pseudo dragons are also neutral good, so we might have to give the players a reason to actually fight them. I guess you could just call them like fairy. I mean, they're kind of fairies, so aren't they? Or no, they're just dragons. Never mind.
You're thinking of the other one, the
There, there is a fairy dragon, but
fairy dragon. Yeah.
yeah,
How are pseudo dragons neutral good and then they have a scorpion tail?
yep, they have a stinger. Oh yeah, I didn't look at the stinger. I mean, the 4 damage either way. Con save. Just to be poisoned. Oh, but if they fail by 5 or more, they fall unconscious. That's pretty hilarious. So, I mean, you'd have to fail real bad. You'd have to roll a 6 or less. So, I mean, you'll probably knock out like a player with 5 pseudo dragons in the fight, but you might also just knock them down completely with that many if they all focus on one character. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we need something like mundane to add in, rather than
Yeah, it doesn't just
the
have to be
alehouse.
pseudo dragons. What level are pixies? Just thinking if because they're kind of pseudo dragons feel kind of fey like. So are there maybe just some fey creatures that we can toss in? There's boggles, which are 8 CR. Mites. Oh yeah, sprites, pixies. Oh, sprites and pixies are both neutral good. That's weird. I thought one of them was going to be chaotic. Which one's chaotic?
Well, I mean, we don't have to stick too hard to whatever the alignment is for
Yeah,
these. I mean,
I was. I just thought one of
Pisces
them
are
was.
smart enough to have some sort of self determination.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. They're also quarter CR though, so they're not really any softer than the. Or I assume they're not any softer Oh, they have 1 hit point, so I guess they are softer, strictly speaking. They can turn invisible though. That's pretty fun. At will, druidcraft once per day. Confusion, dancing lights, detect evil and good, detect thoughts, dispel magic, entangle fly, phantasmal force, polymorph sleep. You can polymorph? That's hilarious.
Why can you do that at a quarter level?
Wait, okay. It's a bunch of pixies fucking around. They oh no, because polymorphed is beast only. I
Yeah.
was gonna say they polymorph each other into pseudo dragons.
Or some horrible catch to that. I just don't remember what it was.
Concentration for one thing, but once they run out of the overflow damage will still kill them. It doesn't stop overflow damage, so they'll still die. They'll just turn back into pixies. I guess that kind of ruins that plan. I think pixies could still work. Oh yeah, they were right. They were quarter say CR though. I mean, you could just also have pixies in other places. We wanted like an 8 or a 0 CR or something if it's a level 1 group. Mites and boggles. Boggles are chaotic neutral. They just sound like evil pixies. Why are pixies? I guess pixies are just quarter CR because they have a bunch of magic spells to cast. I mean, as far as their stats are concerned, they don't really do anything. What the hell does Druidcraft do again? I don't even remember.
You can like summon flowers, do plant things. It's just power gardening, pretty much.
So they don't have an attack, is what I'm seeing.
I mean, prep wise, pixies and pseudo dragons are, on the same page,
They have
the same
sleep, I
physical
guess. That's
page.
almost an attack. And Phantasmal Force. I think Phantasmal Force is an actual attack that can do damage. I mean, I guess you could have like 3 pseudo dragons and then like 1 or 2 pixies in there just to f with the battle a bit.
Well, as much fun
But
as it is to have 12 of the exact same thing in a combat,
hmm
kind
well,
of
for
getting
level
tired of that.
yeah, for level 1 fight, the builder says you only need. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Uh, yeah, you only need like 5 pseudo dragons to make it deadly. It says like 1 for each player
Oh,
essentially.
okay.
Basically 1 for each player, just because they can knock them out and they deal 4 damage a hit, so you can still kill a player in 3 hits, right? 2 or 3 hits.
Mm, yeah.
So I mean, you have 3. 3 will be a fat or a threat rather, especially with the tails. It probably won't be like particularly challenging, but you throw a pixie in there to scuff it up a bit, like cast a confusion so the players kill each other instead. If somebody gets close to dying, you can sleep them, which is hilarious. Could potentially wipe the whole party out with sleep if they've taken some damage. That's maybe a bit mean.
Yeah, that seems really TPK problematic.
I mean, the funny thing, because it's a pixie, it's still neutral good, and the pseudo dragons are neutral good, so they won't necessarily kill the whole party, right? They might just leave. They might just take, like, if they're doing something, or like they might just like rob the party and leave them, right?
I suppose.
Or they don't have to kill the party, right?
They might not have immediate murderous intentions.
Yeah, they're not murder hobos. They're better than that.
Fair.
What is the Volo's Guide is the Boggle. That's what I was gonna look up. I guess Volo. Wait, yeah, Volo's Guide is also WotC official, so we could keep this. I don't know. I don't know why we would care whether this is WotC official or not. I guess people out there might care. What the heck am I looking for? Bestiary Boggles. It's like a little black evil thing. It
And it
actually
has
has a
all those letters, and you shake them around.
yeah. Yeah, then you gotta make words. Okay, it doesn't do any damage, but it actually looks like it's way harder to kill than anything for level 1 players. It's got 18 hit points and 14 AC.
Wow.
Yeah. Dimensional Rift as a bonus action. The Boggle can. Weird. It's basically a Doctor Strange portal. It can make a little Doctor Strange portal that only it can use. I guess that's also just a portal. But you get to
Yeah.
pick up to 30 feet. So I mean, okay, we have like a boss culprit, arguably. This thing can literally just be harassing the players and getting away easily.
Hmm.
Save for a case where they all attack it and hit it on the same turn, maybe.
Can Paladin smite on the first turn?
First level,
First level?
probably, maybe second level. I don't remember. I mean, yeah, if I expect them to not be able to kill it, they will obviously kill it on the first try. Without effort. Somebody will crit and it'll be like, oh, 20 damage, and it'll just be like, oh, it's dead apparently. Yeah. I think you can have two of them. They're only quarter CR. They can just be harassing. What else we got in there? That's Blink Dog. Blink Dogs are fun. I'm just looking at more fake creatures. Oh yeah, we wanted dragons though, didn't we? That was the point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I never looked at the alehouse drake. Come on down to the alehouse drake.
It sprays intoxicants as a breath weapon.
That makes sense actually. Yeah. Wait, so is
Oh
this?
man. Tavern fight?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, are they in a tavern? Is that what we're saying? I did want to draw something more interesting, like a building or something. So tavern would be pretty sweet. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, they say all good adventures are supposed to start in a tavern, so
yeah, might just start and immediately fight.
this adventure is now called Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Sounds good.
So somebody's trying to order a beer
I mean, you're supposed
for
to start.
someone sitting at the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and he ends up accidentally hitting on the bartender's girlfriend. Because there's one in every group, right? There's always that one person who's like, "Hey, there's somebody who's incredibly available."
I mean, there's a pretty good chance of it. I think you could also just do a thing where just like the Drake is just in the bar, like it's just the bartender's pet,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like inevitably somebody's gonna start something, or they can just fight it.
The ale drake works pretty well for that.
Yeah, it's just like the bar's pet. Like maybe the bar is named like Ale Drake or something. Yeah,
I need to switch out my water.
cool. The drunken Drake.
I have switched out my water for my painting.
Oh man, this thing has a lot of hit points. It's hilarious.
I will seal these later. I'll see if I have something thematically appropriate on my shelf of shame to paint when we talk about this.
Do you have any pseudo dragons?
Let's see. I have a bunch of wyverns. I have an unimpressed looking king and some town folk. Okay. I got a town folk who's got a plate of food and a tankard of mead to paint him, clearly. And a
Nice.
townsfolk with a pitchfork.
Uh,
Alehouse Drake and like a veteran or something, right?
yeah.
Not a veteran, commoner?
Oh, I guess if you want to throw the bartender in there, yeah. I was thinking of going with the pseudo dragon still, and I was trying to figure out how many pseudo dragons need to be in a trench coat for it to look like a person.
Hmm. I guess that's dependent on party size.
Yeah, maybe a couple pseudo dragons and like a pixie or something. Yeah.
Huh. Could a pixie change into a humanoid?
They could polymorph, but I think polymorph has to be beast, so it has to be something like
Hmm.
animal. Like you could do like a bear or something big, right? Like
Because the pixie's gonna have a tiny head.
yeah,
That
but
would
that's why
be
you have
like,
like a cloak or something. What was I gonna say? Hyena? No, that doesn't really make sense. Then they would just think it's a null. I mean, that would be a good reason to fight it, but yeah. I'm pretty sure this alehouse drake could also just murder a party of level ones if it wanted to.
mm.
I think, I mean, that's mostly up to the DM to just like not do that.
So since you're listening to the podcast, don't do that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, like it's not that like it's bite and claw attacks are a little the claw could is like one hit a sorcerer strong, like you can do 8 damage or average 8 damage. But they also have dissonant whispers as a spell, which does like 3d6 damage. So be
Hmm.
careful with that one. Maybe roll less than 3d6. Yeah. Or don't use it. I mean, if
Fair.
maybe it's the one that lets it like scares them and makes them run away. It's a pretty fun spell. I mean, I guess the simple answer also would be that like the party isn't trying to kill the thing, right? It's just trying to take it to half health. Like it's more like a sports fight. Oh, actually, that's a good idea. You could have it like the particular entertainment at the bar is that you fight the drake, or some group fights the drake, and people bet on it.
Oh, like a cockfight?
Yeah, except it's like a party of low level adventurers and a drake.
So you think you can venture?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start making. Oh, I should switch back to the Agio. Party size and level. Level 1. The size is, I guess, 4 to 5, 4 to 6, 4 to 5, whatever.
Sure.
Standard party size, I assume.
Yeah.
Situation and location. In tavern, have to fight Drake. Fighting a Drake.
So we need some sort of like a circular dirt pit or like a stage.
Yeah, stage probably.
Stage would be cool.
Interesting terrain complications. Stage, small area, I guess. Small arena. That gives the Drake a pretty good advantage because they have the 15-foot cone attack. So you
Okay.
could just like make the stage small enough that they can hit everybody with that really easily. Same with they have a confusion. They can cast confusion. So
Oh, rowdy, drunken pub members accidentally throwing stuff because it's a bar, right? A pub. Someone's going to be drunken
yeah,
and
yeah.
disorderly.
Rowdy crowd. Rowdy crowdy. I'm not gonna write crowdy. That's monsters, type skull sizes, yellow strike. Ah,
Giant A.
I switched brushes somehow. How did I do that?
No
Oh,
idea.
I clicked on the pencil instead of the brush. Yellow strike. Um, I guess you could say that the dragon is or the drake is drunk, so the party has to be drunk also.
Oh, it could be a drinking competition that just goes sideways.
Drinking
Like,
competition against the drake. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think like how the fight gets started is going to be very up to the DM to swing. Like that one's
There's lots of angles there.
yeah, yeah. I think we've thrown out a lot of angles. Alehouse Drake, possible 3 pseudo dragons in a trench coat. I guess the pseudo dragons are going to be trying to save the Drake because they don't like seeing it in captivity and attacked, right? So like
Hmm.
partway through the fight, they could just interrupt and
Intervene.
attempt to abscond with it. I guess the pixie could help with that also if they needed to. Almost can't spell pixie right. Health, that's a word, right? Help with an F.
I don't want to look on Twitter because I'm sure somebody's made it a word, but I'm just gonna be mad.
seems legit.
Like the
I
day
get
that I heard someone say that they wanted to get turned into a dictionary.
turned into a dictionary.
Yeah,
Oh, they want to get the word turned put in the dictionary. They
still
don't
not
want
a
to get
word. I
themselves
refuse to
turned
believe
into.
it.
They don't want to get themselves turned into a dictionary.
Clearly not.
Yeah, my 3 looks funny. I mean, intentionally funny, but still. There we go. All right, that's pretty good. Situation. So now I gotta draw a tavern, I guess.
Okay.
Who signed me up to draw a tavern? What is this?
I mean, the list of potential suspects for who signed you up for that is pretty short.
Yep. No, it's fine. Just joking. Okay, so we need a stage. We need some bar room, uh, like tables. Makes big octagon. The octagon.
The Roctagon.
Yep. This is okay. I changed my
Put a
mind. This is a bar now.
okay.
Uh, Roctagon. I like it.
So is it going to have a giant bird in the middle or a rock feature?
Um, they could have like a giant stuffed bird hanging from the ceiling. That seems legit.
Okay.
I don't have to draw that way.
Rock not included.
Yep. I guess there could be the stairs up.
Although thankfully, as a DM, you can just say that it's not included in the map because it would get in the way and
Yeah.
just
It would just
never
be
buy or have
it would
the
just
thing up there.
would just obscure it. Yeah. We
Yeah.
got bad circles for tables. I don't know how big this is gonna be. I'm just assuming there's tables out here.
Wasn't that where they'd fight, or are they fighting up on the right?
I assume they're fighting on the right on the stage there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then maybe you have like a back. You have booth. That seems fine. I don't know where you enter this place. That seems awkward. I guess it would be over
By
here.
the bar?
Yeah, I was thinking by the
stairs?
bar, by the stairs. I was thinking maybe at the stairs, because then you could just go upstairs to your room without having to walk through the bar, right?
Sure.
Front doors? Question mark? Yeah. Um,
Oh, we gotta have one table right next to the bathroom.
I guess they would be like, it would kind of be in front of the bar, stools, because I'm guessing that would be the where the bathroom would be,
Okay.
or you'd have to go upstairs maybe. I'm assuming these are doors for like a back room here.
Booth by the bathroom door.
Mystery back kitchen. You go to the kitchen. I'm not gonna write kitchen. That's not there at least.
I guess there could be like a hall and then the door to the kitchen and the door to the bathroom.
I could have a second staircase, maybe, or because you'd have like kitchen back here. Yeah. Oh wow, that's some terrible writing, Dane. Kitchen.
It's fine. You can fix it in post.
I won't. What goes in this other corner? I don't know. Something goes there. And it's not really
That's got to
necessary
be the
though.
bathroom. There's doors. That's got to be like a
Yeah.
table when you don't tip
You
particularly
just have
well.
like a utility closet and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a hall, crock
It's
pot,
just a really big broom closet.
river pot. Yeah. I don't know why I scribbled that out like it was gonna mean something. I was trying to do shading, but it's like no, that's terrible. Do we need a bigger stage, or is that big enough?
That really depends. If those are 5 foot tables, it's
That's
pretty big.
pretty big already.
But
Yeah. I guess it depends
if
how
they're
crowded you
three
want
foot
these.
tables,
Depends how crowded you want this area, right? Or
yeah,
how crowded I want this area, and who's making decisions. Stage could be bigger also, but it's already pretty good size. It seems like. So maybe you have some kind of I'm thinking some kind of like box or platform that the pseudo dragon sits on.
could be really creepy and make it a grand piano.
Oh yeah, man, piano.
He's also the lounge bard.
He's also the lamp. I mean, he does have vicious mockery, so why the hell not, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at that.
Okay, he's now on top of a grand piano. He fights you from a grand piano.
Yeah.
So there's a bench there. It kind of fits the shape of the space too. With the
Need to sit down. I talk too loud while I'm standing.
yeah, it's
Apparently.
fine. Yeah, like if this is 5 foot, that's so there might be like a little corner over here where you might not get dragon breath.
Is that are the stairs coming from the middle or the side?
Oh, I was just drawing lines for scaling for checking the size.
Oh, okay.
Assuming like 5-ish foot tables with 5 feet between them. It looks like there's like 20, 25 feet of room on the stage,
Okay.
like in the far corner. How big is? I mean, you can still cast confusion, so potentially you could still, or it potentially you could still hit everybody. I guess you could have a rule where it's like, as far as like the if it's the setup fight, like the entertainment fight, like if you fall off or run off the stage, you're disqualified. So it can like just cast confusion on the whole party, and then if a bunch of people run away because it's one of the options, they get disqualified,
Okay.
and they're essentially out of the fight for the rest of it, which uh, is a soft way of killing players, I guess.
Yeah, if they lose, what's the failure stakes? Just like being booed
Yeah, I guess
or
it's
like
just they get
they're
booed. I mean, it could be like your party could show up with like no money and they just need rooms for the night, and it's like, oh, there's a
Hmm,
contest on where you fight the Drake, and if you win, you get free room and board for the night, or for like a week or something even. Yeah,
and the consequences of failure is that they get booed for the rest of the week everywhere
yeah,
they
you just
go.
get booed. Yeah, I mean, presumably there's like people taking in the audience taking bets and stuff, and it's just like general entertainment for the clients.
Yeah, it's medieval times, so there's got to be lots of gambling occurring.
Yeah, people might like
This
throw money at you or something. Paint my dragon green. It's kind of green and yellow in the picture.
looks good.
I just got bored of drawing in just black.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You have a slider. You can use any colors you want.
Yep. And I choose dark green and disgusting puke green. Yeah. Yellow green. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up the area and confusion just to see if you could hit the whole stage. I assume so. Confusion. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point. So yeah, you could hit a 20-foot stage with that. How does the do we want to establish when the pixies jump in, or if they jump? I guess they jump in if it gets to half health, and they start because they're worried for it, right? Or is that also the point where the fight is over?
Hmm.
Wait, I guess you could just do something like you just have to stay on the stage for like a certain number of rounds. Because between confusion and dissonant whispers, it's got a lot of easy ways to just get you to run off the stage.
So the pseudo dragons in a trench coat. Would they be sitting at the piano?
Oh, I assume they're just in the audience somewhere, and they're just gonna interrupt. Like they're not uh, with the bar, right? They're interlopers.
Okay.
If that's relevant, like maybe if the yeah, like I think they would jump in if the party's just having like too easy a time with it. They're either gonna overwhelm it right away, or they already have overwhelmed it. I guess if it just gets like, because you could have the thing where it's like, if the bartender's like, oh yeah, just get it to like half dead, it'll turn over, it'll roll over or smash the piano or something when you've won. Uh, Not literally smash the piano, just like play a note or something, because it's like a trained pseudo dragon, I guess, or sorry, trained drake, alehouse drake.
Okay.
And then when the party's won, that's when the pseudo dragons jump in. So at that point, the drake's not really doing anything anymore, or it doesn't have to be doing anything. It'd be up to the DM whether or not the drake feels like escaping or not, right? Maybe it helps out, maybe it doesn't.
if the alehouse Drake can communicate telepathically, what if he's also set a bet and he's gonna lose?
He does have Common and Draconic as languages, so yeah, I guess he can bet against himself.
Well, bet for himself, and then
Yeah,
like when it's going bad, he like calls in some backup.
yeah, it could be.
You know, like one of those rigged contests where
The,
there's
the
like,
the bar owner doesn't know that it's rigged, but the Drake has rigged it because he doesn't like losing.
yeah,
That's pretty hilarious, actually. It's just like playing dumb, but it's like it's
it's
actually
like
just has the whole thing rigged. Yeah,
like the pool house grift, right? Where somebody's like, "Oh, I'm not that good at pool," and then like their third game, they're
yeah, yeah.
thinking all kinds of shots.
So since it also speaks Common and Draconic, you can have it. If it gets the party down to like one member that's about to win, it can just like tell him to take a fall and be like, "I'll cut you in for 10% if you take a fall." Right?
Sure, why not?
That's pretty good. I think that's pretty funny. Are we done?
Uh, yeah, I guess.
That was way too fast. That was under an hour.
Uh, hmm.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not complaining. That's actually perfect, I think.
I guess since we had an idea of what we were doing this time, it just moved itself
Oh
along
yeah.
faster.
Yeah, like I said when we were talking about it earlier, we had so many like side tangents where we just weren't doing anything. Like it took us almost an hour just to get going on anything.
Yeah, 51 minutes on the timer. So
What else? Did we do anything else last time? I guess I dragged it into roll 20 last time just to scale it to get the size of the bar. I guess I could do that.
well, that's for your fancy map later, right?
Yeah, it was also
That's
just
it.
to get the sizing correct, I think. What did I call the tavern before? The Drunken Drake?
There's supposed to be like some sort of a double entendre there, right?
Uh Drunken Drake? There's maybe something in there if you wanted it to be. I'm not sure I want it's kind of rude maybe.
Okay.
Uh I don't know that it scans. I guess I can edit it out afterwards if you don't like it. Uh have you heard the phrase whiskey dick?
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess it's true. That would work as a thing.
Yeah. I'm not sure Drake is an analog for that or not, but I guess I can just like bleep out what I said or the second word there. Yeah. Where the hell am I? Oh yeah, I need to drop a file in. Uploading. Uploading. There we go. Why did I move it to the GM layer? That's the wrong layer. How big did I make this? I mean, that's almost right. 15 wide by 25 ish. Oh yeah, you can't see this.
That's okay.
I can share my screen. I just have to click the right screen. 480. Yeah, perfect. Oh, it gives me like frame rate options too. That's funny. Does that look scaled appropriately? Like it'll almost work?
Yeah,
I think it just looks funny because I drew the bar and all those circles at weird sizes. It does look fine though. I mean, realistically, that's still a pretty huge. It's like a 50-foot wide room, right? Like,
yeah, yeah. It feels pretty pub bar like, right?
mm-hmm,
Got that open
mm-hmm.
space about it.
Yeah, might throw some like pillars in the center or something, because presumably you got to hold up a building. I guess we can move this staircase to the back and have like, and it doesn't have to be 2 floors, right? Like, you could just have rooms in the back.
Yeah, probably.
Uh, what else would go good there instead of a staircase? What else is in a bar? More booths,
Darts,
darts, games, other games. Yeah.
fireplace if it's
Oh yeah,
medieval.
I guess you could have a big fireplace. That's true. That's a good spot for a fireplace. I like that. Back to drawing. Something else to draw. I guess you could have a fireplace in like the middle too. Like you could have like a big column with a fireplace around it or in
True.
it. I might try both. We'll see. Like not right now, but eventually. Color.
I think it's gonna finally happen. I'm going to run out of Vallejo neutral gray.
Oh. Thought you were gonna say like you're gonna be finished painting or something.
Oh, there's never a way to finish the painting. It just grows and grows and grows. They say if you ever finish painting all your miniatures, you die. I no longer believe that because I don't think anyone who's painted miniatures has ever finished their collection.
This is supposed to be a top-down picture, but it kind of looks like it's from the front. I don't know. Fireplaces usually have like an apron around them. That's what I was trying to draw. I think it's maybe way too big. We'll see.
It's like a 5 foot by 5 foot bonfire in the middle of the room.
Yeah. Ah! Don't do that.
It's burning.
I just accidentally dragged the screen. Is that good?
Yeah, probably.
All right. Just kind of center it a little bit. Fix wall. All right. And then probably have some more tables, right? Maybe another row of tables. And then like one against the wall here and one against the wall here. That was supposed to be a chair. But why can't I draw like proper squares? This is terrible. Whatever. Trying too fast.
Yeah, sketching it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What else would make a bar interesting? You know, it doesn't make a bar interesting. Golden tea.
What? Golden tea?
Yeah, there's an arcade game that seems to be at every bar ever. I don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah, okay.
You know, the golf game with the
Yeah.
trackball, because that's the only thing more convoluted than an actual golf swing.
I thought you meant like big golden letter T.
Hmm. I think people would pay to see that.
I don't know if this doesn't look very gold, but whatever. Oh yeah, gold is kind of like red, isn't it? Yeah. Shiny. That's just peach colored. That doesn't look good either. Perfect. Right? There. I drew a big shiny T. That's what you wanted, right? That's exactly what you meant.
No, but I suppose it has to be there somewhere.
I'm trying to draw tables in and they just kind of look bad. Oh, still drawing on the wrong layer too. Well, that's good. Oh,
This
yes,
is the
the dumb.
discounted drink of the night fireball
Dragon's Breath.
zombie. Yeah.
Mordenkainen's Faithful Mead. Or Magnificent Mead, maybe?
Fistandantilus is just a little too long to fit into a drink name.
Fistandantilus.
Yeah. He's the other guy besides Bigsby that made all the hand-shaped spells, I think. I don't know. Been a really long time since I've researched that really boring topic in Forgotten Realms. Was it Greyhawk? He's probably from Greyhawk.
Either or, yeah. Those kind of look like tables now. Sweet. I mean, wait. Can I just paint bucket these tables? Boop, boop, boop. I mean, the ones that are actually closed circles I can. The rest, it's incredibly risky. Also, yeah, I'm going to turn that golden tee off. I'll have to remember to draw tables of varying sizes. That seems like it's important. I mean, you know how hard it is to get two tables that are the same size? It's basically impossible.
Uh, hmm. Okay. Maybe freehanding it, but that sounds like a job for copy and paste or Costco.
That was supposed to be more of I have too many tables in joke.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I suppose none of them are even remotely similar in size.
Yeah. I almost had two coffee tables that were the same size, I think. I think an older roommate took one of them and I took the other one, so only got one of the two in the not quite a divorce. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're doing anything anymore, so I think we're done.
Okay.
Seems like it, right?
Yeah. So good time to call it a
So,
podcast at least.
yep. So recap, I guess. We have a bunch of text over top of the inn. Can I sweet, I'm gonna opacity out the inn slightly. All right. Our outline for encounter. We have a level 1 encounter for basically any number of players, I think. Maybe not like 2 to 3, that might not work. I guess in that case you could have you could just have a bunch of mooks from the crowd, and or even the three pseudo dragons in the trench coat helping out. Do pseudo dragons talk? I think they have language, right? We didn't check that last time. Understands common and draconic but can't speak, and has limited telepathy. So it can almost, it can do some talking or try to do some talking. They're in a tavern. The party's in a tavern. There is a drake that is the tavern mascot, an alehouse drake. They can fight it or get rowdy and be forced to fight it, or accidentally start some shit and end up fighting it. You know, any number of situations they can lead to. Oops, we're fighting this drake now.
Yeah,
Uh,
just let the party go in there for 10 minutes and see what awful thing that triggers the
yeah,
battle.
I mean, you put a map out where there's a drake on a grand piano, and some shit's gonna go down, right? Like, unquestionably.
Yeah, this is a guaranteed level 1 encounter, right?
Yeah, basically. I don't see a way this is happening without something going on. And first level adventurers are widely known to be absolutely broke, so you can, you know, they can entertain the crowd for room and board.
Yeah, I mean that's going to work at any level really. Just,
Yeah, yeah,
people don't want to spend their resources, so they'll be like, "Hey, there's a free room for grabs. There's definitely a stake to hang there."
yep. If you think it's challenging enough, you could even throw like, you could up the stakes and say it's like for a week or for a month or something. Doesn't have to be a single night. Optional rowdy crowd. So the crowd could. Oh, I think we said that the party should have a drink before they fight the Drake, because the Drake's drunk. If they volunteer to fight it for room and board, obviously, if the Drake's drunk, they also need to be drunk. So you could have some kind of drinking issue. I guess you could even just do a drinking contest with the Drake when it comes down to it. It has like 19 con, so the party's gonna lose. And magical resistance, which you can just account for or chalk up as drunk resistance also. I think it's also immune to being paralyzed and unconscious, so it literally can't pass out from drinking. I guess unconscious isn't sleeping necessarily, because it can't be. Wait, technically, if it's immune to being unconscious, does that mean it can't sleep? Like, obviously,
uh,
it can't be
that's
put to
immune
sleep by
to.
the spell, but does it also
Yeah,
imply that it just doesn't sleep?
maybe that's why it drinks.
Yeah,
It's got to get blackout drunk,
it's got to forget somehow.
singing some Irish pirate rhymes.
There is a description in the Tome of Bees for the drake, and it literally says that it hangs out in bars. So this is essentially its natural habitat. So 1 to 2 feet long on average. The title of this paragraph is family heirlooms, and it starts by just like describing what it looks like.
Hmm. Well, that's not much of an inheritance.
Yeah, the oldest recorded drake lives past 400 years. Some are quite beloved by innkeeper families and treated a bit like family heirlooms. I'm sure they appreciate that, being treated like an heirloom, like an object. Stop objectifying the drake. There you go. That's what your pseudo dragons are mad about,
Yeah,
or your pixies, or whatever you want to throw in there.
whichever walk on you want for variety.
Yeah. Where were we? Rowdy crowd, the alehouse drake, possible additions of pseudo dragons and or pixies, just so that there's more dragons in the fight, because that's more interesting. More casts of confusion. The pixies can cast confusion, so oh yeah, like we said, the Drake is intelligent and it has rigged all the fights. It's guaranteed to win every fight because it's rigged. So Could be a pixie in the crowd, casting confusion just to mess with the players more. The pseudo dragons don't really have any kind of invisibility or stealth aspects to them, so I don't know how they would help out if you want to run that angle without them just being there and just causing a ruckus. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. Fun fight, probably. Uh, if it's the standard fight, I think I said something about get the Drake to half health, and then it calls game by smash or by playing a note on the piano or something. I guess you could have a situation where somebody in the party just like mage hands the piano when it's near half health, and if it's rigged, it's the dragon who's calling the shots, so it doesn't have to necessarily be half health. Like the dragon can, or the drake can like hold out till it's almost dead if it wanted to. Yeah, and they have to. What did I say? They have to stay on the stage because it can cast spells like confusion to get them off the stage. It can cast dissonant whispers, but you will probably just kill players with that. So you can probably skip the damage on it, um, or reduce the damage. There's also a ray of sickness and attaches hideous laughter, which it just says hideous laughter. Actually, attaches is missing. Wait, is that because this is not a WotC book and they're not allowed to write Tasha's hideous laughter?
It is, but there's probably also a spell that they have called Hideous Laughter in one of their books,
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
which
Uh,
might just be the same thing but without the branding. It's hard to say. Sometimes there's overlap.
so it doesn't do any damage, but it can incapacitate a player or a person, whatever. Wisdom save for falling prone, laughing. I guess you could say that that's also a if it's like the last person on the stage, that's a good option. That just you can just call it as them being unable to continue. I guess the as a DM you could also swing it as like they don't necessarily need to be fighting the Drake. They could be doing a drinking contest and while on the stage, like maybe there's a dozen pints of ale or something that they have to get through, and the dragon's just effing with them the whole time.
Sounds like an adventure I would run.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, there's some options. Go a lot of different ways. The point is, I'm apparently doing an inn. I guess this is good that this wasn't the first episode, because then we would have started the podcast in an inn, in a tavern.
True. That could potentially be problematic.
I don't know if it's problematic. It's definitely tropey, though. Nothing wrong with tropes, though, if used well.
Indeed.
All right. So we've wasted another like almost 30 minutes recapping since the last time I was like we haven't even been an hour. I guess not 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. Um
Still pretty substantial. I think you got stuff to use.
yeah. I drew more of the end too though. I think that was before I drew the fireplace. Maybe it was only like 10 minutes of nonsense recapping. Uh yeah, that's pretty good. At the very least it's a pretty interesting thing to happen in an inn that isn't just there's a shady person with a quest. I mean, if people are looking around for shady figures, they might. I guess you could say that they noticed the three pseudo dragons in a trench coat early.
Yeah. I mean, if you go looking for trouble, you're going to find it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what that. Maybe if they just go like expose them, they just run out of the bar, right? Or they try and rescue the dragon earlier or the drake earlier. I don't know how they're actually getting the drake out of the bar, like unless the drake just leaves on its own. I don't think they could like carry it or anything.
I can just imagine some sort of situation where they're like, hey, he's cheating.
Yeah.
And then the like Ale Drake just starts like playing some ragtime as everybody's running out of the bar.
Yeah, so get some musical cues queued up for this one too. I guess if you can find some, so you can have them playing some piano in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I guess that's podcast.
Yeah.
Uh,
Now we just have to introduce who we are.
oh shit, we didn't do that.
uh,
Yeah, fair. Well, it's too late now. They'll never know
yeah.
unless we do it now and then I edit it into the beginning. Is this wait? Is shit? Is this now the cold open? Anyways, I'm Dane signing off.
Yeah, I'm Chris. And I don't want to shill for my online presence today.
Yeah, sounds fine. We did that last time. Don't have to do it every time. Yeah. Anyways, this has been a podcast. We're half planning on doing a Patreon. But I think I want to get a few episodes in the can before we launch. So, no immediate Patreon. Maybe we'll do like half a dozen episodes, if for air quotes free. You know, maps available, everything like that. I don't know if I want the map behind the paywall, but I guess it could be like $1 or something. Although the Patreon dollar is pretty light.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Gale Force 9 is charging $54 for 2 maps.
That is true. That is true. I think we mentioned that last time too.
And you can get one map with 16 different variations from basically any creator on Roll20. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of free maps out there, and I tried to color the last one, and it took so long. It took twice as long as I. I was distracted because I think I was also talking to you. I think I was also chatting at the same time instead of just trying to figure that out. So I don't think I'm going to bother coloring any maps. I'm just going to be black and white line outlines. Depending on how this one looks, I might try and do like a texture for like the tables or something, but I might also just export a version of the map without tables so that you can drop your own in and move them around as necessary. Because if the fight gets out of hand and spreads away from the stage, you might need to like flip tables or throw them around or whatever. You might just want more room in the tavern or a different arrangement. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Cool. Well, we're approaching 1 o'clock, my time, I guess, which was, I guess, our intentional cutoff point. So, better call it there. Thanks for listening to the Prep for Nothing podcast, hosted by Dane and Chris. We'll be back, probably immediately because I mentioned that we want to have a bunch of episodes to release all at the same time. So, yeah, but I think we're going to aim for what, like a 3 or 4 week schedule, something like that. We didn't really talk about that. I think we talked about it last time.
I think we could probably manage bi-weekly, but that'd probably be as close as they would get.
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
it's going to be quicker than that. Maybe for the first few, just if we don't release them all at the same time, but because it'll just be easier.
Monthly,
Yeah,
probably
at
monthly.
the least monthly. I think. I mean, we're recording this one 4 weeks out from the last one, so that's pretty good signature. But I mean, if they only take an hour and a half, we can definitely squeeze them in much faster. So cool. I just already did an outro and then I forgot. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Do we have a better sign off phrase or is that it?
That's it.